Yes.
which uh,
You can give me examples if you are not exactly sure about the definition.
which we can uh, mm, uh,
Okay, so anything that we can represent on the number line that are
okay.
real numbers.
Yeah.
So recently I had an interview with Vedantu and they asked me this question.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay.
and one of the teachers at Vedantu, I'm working with Vedantu.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, one of the teachers or faculty for IIT JEE,
Yeah.
Shimon Joseph sir, he was asked
Okay.
the same question when he was in 11th preparing for some Olympiad. So there he got confused. He got
Oh.
confused what are real numbers. He was trying to say
Mm.
something, but so try to remember this simple definition that
Yeah.
anything that you can represent on or point on the number line.
Yeah.
So now we come to rational number and irrational number. So what is rational number?
Rational numbers are those numbers which are which are the terminating numbers or they
Hmm.
follow some pattern. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
irrational numbers, uh, the decimals do not terminate and they don't follow any pattern.
Good, very good. That's exact difference between rational and irrational. So, but just basic, any number that can be written in the form of P by Q is, oh, I'm not able to write here. P by Q is, sorry, just something wrong with the pen today. Okay, and what is irrational then? That cannot be written as P by Q, and you
Like
already told the difference between them. Now we come to integers. What are integers?
integers are those numbers, fractions, uh, negative numbers, positive numbers,
Hmm.
everything comes under integer.
Hmm.
Positive and negative numbers.
Okay, fine, fine. That's correct. Whole numbers,
Zero and above.
0 and above. So 0.5?
I uh, no,
No. Why?
doesn't because that's
It should not
isn't
be
that an
decimal. It should not be decimal.
yeah.
Okay, it should be a integer, complete
Oh,
integer. So positive integers are whole numbers, and natural numbers again not
from
taking
one
zero.
onwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from one onwards. Okay, so this. Okay, so a short quiz for you. Is this visible to you?
Yeah. That's it.
So just start the quiz.
Okay. State whether the following statements are true or false. Every whole number is a natural number. True.
Every whole
Uh,
number is a natural number. True or false?
true.
True. Is zero a whole number?
It's the other way. Every natural number is a whole number.
Yes.
That is true.
But clean bold on the first question itself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
false.
Yes. Second,
Uh, every integer is a rational number. True.
how?
Uh, because it, integers aren't they terminate at a second. They can be written in p by q.
Yes, they can be written. So is minus
Yeah.
2 possible to be written P by Q form?
Yeah.
How?
Minus two by one.
Great. Third,
Every rational number is an integer.
hmm,
Yeah.
every rational number is an
True.
true. So rational number is suppose I take 1 by 2. Is it an integer?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, integer. Integers don't have decimals included in it, right?
Oh, oh, it does it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Remember
So,
this. Next, fourth.
every natural number is a whole number. True.
Great. Next.
Every integer is a whole number. False.
Give an example.
-1.
It's not a whole number. Okay.
Every rational number is a whole number.
Hmm.
False.
Okay. Example.
1/2.
So, 1/2. Okay. So can you tell me the difference between rational number and a fraction? They are same or different or what exactly is
Uh,
going on?
uh, both are in P by Q form.
Both are in P by Q form. Okay.
So, yeah, I think this is the same.
Okay. I will just give an example. Is 1/2 a rational number and a fraction?
Yeah,
Okay. Is -1/2 a fraction and a rational number?
yeah.
-1/2 is a fraction.
Mm, yeah,
The fraction is generally, if you understand simple English, what is a
okay.
fraction? It's just a part of something, na?
Yeah.
So part of something, suppose half of
Uh,
an apple, half of something, three-fourth of something. So that numerator cannot be negative.
okay. Oh,
Getting it?
yeah, I'm going.
Yes. So that is again one of my interview questions. So sharing it with you.
Oh,
Okay. So now let's jump to our 10th class now.
mm,
Hmm. So is the screen visible to you? The
yeah.
notebook. Okay. Great. So any doubt, any question you have?
No.
No. Okay, we'll continue. So real numbers, as we just discussed, uh, till 12th class, it's 11th, I guess. So till 10th class, you'll be studying is real numbers only,
Okay.
and you will not be studying complex numbers or imaginary numbers. They are also known as complex numbers, and it is very interesting when you study, but we'll not touch it
Okay.
for now.
Yeah.
Euclid's division lemma. This is a simple, like a complicated version of simple division process that we already know. So how do we divide 12 by 5?
Uh, 12 days. How do so,
We
yeah.
take 12, we take 2 times
Into
10, 2. This is the remainder. This is our quotient. Class, class. This is the
divisor,
divisor. This is the,
dividend.
so we can write this as Q. This is B. Sorry. This is A.
Mhm.
This is B. This as small r. Okay. So can I write A is equal to B into Q plus R?
Mm,
Is
yeah.
12 equal to 5 times quotient
Okay.
plus R? Can I write this?
Yeah.
So this is basically what is Euclid's division lemma. As simple as that.
Okay.
But it has very nice applications. You can note this down, or you can remember. You have some
Yeah.
notebook or
Yeah,
pencil.
I have it. Okay.
So you can first write the definition. Euclid's division lemma. You can write this theorem. You can just copy it.
Okay.
Tell me when you are finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. So can you read it for me?
Given positive integers a and b, there exist unique integers q and r satisfying a is equal to bq plus r. 0 is less than or equal to r, which is less than
B. Okay.
b.
So what is the second part? A is equal to BQ plus R. Hopefully you got that. What is this 0,
Yeah.
R and B? What is this?
So r is the remainder is
Hmm.
greater than 0 or equal to 0,
Hmm.
and uh, b, the divisor, is always greater than the remainder at 0.
Yes. So suppose if you are dividing by 3. Simple
Yeah.
example. Suppose you are dividing by 3. So it can be 3 into Q plus 0, 3 into Q plus 1, 3 into Q plus 2. It cannot be 3q plus 3, because again this is the number. It is
Hmm.
basically 3 times some integer q, right? So
Yeah.
r can be between equal to 0, it can be equal to 0, and it should always be less than b value. What is algorithm? Algorithm is a series of well defined steps that gives us a procedure for solving a particular type of problem. So its algorithm in simple terms means just we have predefined steps for solving any problem.
Okay.
So that's the algorithm. Okay. Now, as I just mentioning, applications of Euclid's division lemma. So we have two basic applications of this. First is finding the HCF. You can note these points. Finding the HCF.
Yeah. Um, I
The
can't see the screen.
okay, really?
Yeah, I can't.
Just okay. Now is it visible?
No. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
So first is, what's the first application of that?
Excellent.
Finding the HCF. So what is HCF?
Highest common factor.
Okay, so can you explain briefly what does that mean?
Uh, okay, so the greatest number, the largest number which can wholly divide a single number is a HCF, leaving a remainder of 0.
Hmm. Can you repeat that?
So the largest number which when divided by a number x leaves a remainder of 0 is x is FCF.
Okay, so any number that is common, the biggest number that is common to two numbers. So can you just
Yeah.
example if you have handy?
Uh, okay, so 8 and 4. 4,
Mm, 8 and 4. So highest is 4.
4,
Okay, 2 and 3.
1,
Mm. 12 and 8.
4.
Good. Second, we'll just be doing a few questions on this. So just telling you the second application. Finding the properties of numbers. Finding the properties of numbers. So
Okay.
both now we will be going through the questions of both these applications.
Okay.
Okay, so we have studied Euclid's division algorithm. What is that? We have defined that, and we have studied the application of Euclid's division
Uh,
algorithm.
yeah.
Now we will be solving few questions. So let's come to the first example. We have 4052 and 12576. Now we have to find the HCF of these numbers. So we can have the factors, we can divide it into factors like dividing by 2. We have the long process,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we can use another method, that is this present topic that we are studying. So what we do is
Okay.
we divide this by this number and we try to see what is the remainder. So just we try
Okay.
to, because this is our basic formula for this, we try to write in this formula. So just tell me like how many time it goes in this number.
Uh, 3.
Okay, you're doing it on your own, you're just seeing the left
Oh,
side.
no. Should I
Okay,
write in my notebook?
okay, that's good.
Write in my notebook. You get 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 when you divide it by.
Can you repeat?
You get 12,356 when you divide it. When you multiply it by 3, 4,000.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so we can write 3. So what do we get? Can you repeat it?
Uh, 12,000.
156.
Yeah, 100.
Is it
That's
correct?
420. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
4.
420.
Now this is the B, this is the Q, this is of course our A, and this is the R.
Ah,
Now again try to we'll repeat the steps. We'll take this as our A and R as B. Now try that.
so, yes, 272 is the remainder. 9
9.
quotient and 272 is the
So 272 is the remainder, and this was 9 times. What was the number?
9.
And that's okay. What was the number?
378. 3,780.
3780.
780.
Now again repeat this step. So what would be A, B?
So 420 would be A and 272 would be B.
Great. So repeat it now.
Yeah.
My voice is clear to you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do let me know in case if any issue is there.
Okay. Now the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 148.
148 is the remainder. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we'll divide by 148.
272.
So
Yeah.
148 and quotient was 1. A was 420. In this case, B was 272. This is our R. So now again repeat.
So 272 divided by 148.
272 divided by 148. Okay. So what do we get? It would go one time.
One time and 124.
421. Okay. So this becomes R. Now again repeat that.
One is the quotient and 24 is the remainder.
Okay. One. Okay. And what was that? 124.
One is the quotient, 24 is the remainder.
24 is the remainder. Okay. So that was in this case, na? Now again
Yeah.
you divided. So what was A and B? A, B.
148 divided. 148 is A and 124 is B.
Okay. So you divided.
Once you divide it, you'll get the quotient as 1 and the remainder is 24.
24. Okay. Now this becomes R. This becomes this is R, and that becomes B, and this is A.
Yeah.
Let me do that for you now. 24. That goes nearly 5 times, I guess. 120.
Yeah.
Is it correct? This is R. So 24 divided by 4. This goes 6 times. So now the last step is 24 is equal to A. This A is equal to 4 times 6 plus 0. R should become 0 in the last step. This is the last step.
Okay.
Last step. R should be 0. Okay. And A, this is B, and this is Q. Whatever the last B is, that is our HCF.
24.
So whatever our last B is, when we reach to a remainder is
B.
that is our
Yeah.
HCF.
Okay.
So what is the HCF of these numbers? HCF is
4.
4. Okay, I will quickly repeat this. We have two numbers and we need to find out the HCF of that. So we use the long division, normal long division method, and more or less it's what we studied as Euclid's division lemma, which states that A is equal to BQ plus R, and R should be less than equal to 0, greater than equal or equal to 0, and less than B. So now we started, and until we get this R is equal to 0, we'll continue dividing and with the quotient with the divisor as A and the remainder as B.
Yeah.
With the divisor as A and the remainder
Quotient
as
of B. Remainder.
B. And the last B, when we reach the R is equal to as 0, a zero remainder. No, it exactly divides that. That's the meaning of r is equal to 0, right? It
Yeah.
exactly divides that. So that value of b is our HCF.
So, yeah.
So am I clear with that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. So let us do one more question. Any, you can pick up any one of the exercise one.
Uh, Third one.
Okay, start.
I mean, the first main or the
Exercise 1.1, first question, any one of the three parts. We'll do one question.
third one.
Third one. So how many times does it go?
Three.
Three times. What is
I
255?
think
Three. Yeah.
255. 225.
I'm sorry.
I wrote it as 225. I think
Okay.
that's how it was. But
Fine, fine.
yeah, three times and you get 765.
You do on your own. I will do on my own. So
Okay.
let's who reaches the answer first.
Yeah. 51.
Great. So this is our B.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is our B value. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I will do a word problem for finding the HCF. It's very interesting. Example 4.
Yeah. Sweet seller has 420 Kaju burfis and 130 Badam burfis.
Okay.
He wants to stack them in such a way that each stack has the same number and they take up the least area of the tray.
Hmm.
What is the number of that can be placed in each stack for this purpose?
So
Hmm.
just seeing the question, what do you
Yeah.
understand? Just right now we don't know
Uh,
anything about
yeah.
HCF, Euclid's division,
Yeah.
lemma division, anything. Just pure question.
So she wants to use the least number of trays that we
Hmm.
can,
Hmm.
the least number of stacks
Stacks.
that we can. Yeah.
Hmm.
So sorry. The highest number of stacks. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Area should be
Yeah.
minimum and the stack should have equal numbers,
Equal
equal
number.
number
Yeah.
of burpees in each of the
Yeah.
stack.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what can we do?
Yeah.
Hmm? Like we have this, suppose we have this tray, and then we have, we'll stack 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So this is standard value x, right? This
Yeah.
stacks are constant, like any number of rows. Suppose in last also, till last also, suppose you have, this can be
Yeah.
n number, but this width, this, suppose these are 10, suppose taking
Yeah.
just number, so these are fixed. So this
Yeah.
is basically the maximum number of burpees in the each of the stack.
Okay. So.
Got this?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is basically the highest number of burpees common to both of these kaju burfis and the badam burfis. Okay,
Okay.
so now you know we need to find out the
Mm.
HCF. So
Yeah.
how do we find that out? Now
So,
we are in, again in back in the 10th class, and we are solving the
yeah.
first question, first chapter. We know Euclid's division
Yeah.
algorithm. and we know how to find the HCF. So you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So give me the numbers.
Mm. Yeah, you'll get 10 times.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully you have divided by 130.
Yeah. So
420
first
divided by
130.
130, and then you
Then
get
I get
solved.
3 and 30. 130 divided by 30. And then you get 10.
Okay. So then now each of this stacks would be of maximum
10 versus.
10 burpees. Okay. Let's do a exercise question relating to the same theme. Third question.
An army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum?
So can you simplify this for me? What is the
Uh,
question saying?
so there are basically 32 rows.
Okay.
Uh,
32 persons. Okay.
yeah, so 32 people.
In the
And
first
the
batch.
616,
Yeah, this is the
yeah,
first
first one. Yeah,
band. Now in the second
yeah.
band we have 660.
Second band, we have 660.
Hmm.
And they have to arrange themselves in such a
Hmm.
way
Hmm.
that there are equal numbers behind each
Yes.
person in the first band.
Yes. So just taking straight away taking the first, like if we have 32 members, and further the first band comes in the first line. All
Yeah,
32 come in the first line.
yeah.
Now, can we arrange this 616 exactly following this?
Right. Yeah, we have to find the
So,
HCF.
so for that we have to divide and see.
Yeah,
We'll do a simple division. If 616 is divisible by 32, then we can say, okay, this was done.
yeah,
We had first row of 32 members, and then
yeah.
suppose if it
Second
is
row,
divisible,
32
we can make suppose 7 rows
rows of
following
32.
them.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but is it divisible? That's the first issue we have at hand.
Uh, yes. Um, no, it's not divisible.
Hmm. Okay. So 32 cannot completely divide that. For some
Yeah,
days it
because the
can have.
remainder of it.
So
Yeah,
we'll have surely some remainder. Now, if
yeah.
we suppose just we don't know this division or whatever this lemma is. Now we have 16 members. 16
Mm.
from the first batch, 16 in the first row, and 16 in the second row. Now can the other 616 be arranged in the back lines? Exactly.
So you have to divide 616 by 16.
16. Okay.
So, you cannot. Will be a remainder of A.
Okay. So now we know neither can 32 be made as a
Or
particular row, neither can 16 be. So now we cannot continue for eternity doing this thing, right? So we
yeah, yeah,
the division lemma.
yeah,
You getting how do we proceed with this?
yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
So for simple numbers we can do right away, but when things becomes complex, like the first example of HCF that we did, we cannot continue dividing it, है ना?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is where it comes handy. So now try with the Euclid's division lemma and let me know the HCF.
Okay. So yeah, you get 8 as a HCF.
Excellent. So if we can have 8, 8, 8, 4 rows of
Then it'll be
32 and the remaining whatever the number of rows that we get from dividing 616 by 8, that many rows.
yeah,
So exactly same number of column members we'll have in each of the columns
yeah,
or row, whichever way we wanted to see that. Okay, so hopefully you got a very clear idea about this
yeah.
Euclid's division lemma and the application for HCF. Okay.
Of the form 2q, and that every positive integer is in the form of 2q plus 1, where q is some integer.
Yes. So one thing before this, we start with this question, just focus on very small basic here. Suppose I have 4 into 8. So
Yeah.
whatever is in this bracket, can I assume or exactly like predict that it would be divisible by 4, whatever that may be in the bracket? it,
No.
it is a multiple of 4. We know
Yeah.
4 is outside and something is inside, so can I say that it would be divisible by 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 into 8 is it.
Yes, so 4 into q, any integer, can I
Yeah.
say confidently that this is divisible, this whole number is divisible by 4?
Yeah.
Yes, provided q should be an integer, not a decimal. 4 into zero point
Yeah.
0.1
Yeah.
is not divisible by 4. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, try to remember that. So now we'll continue with
Yeah.
this. So we need to find out, show basically that every positive even integer is in the form of 2q, and every positive odd integer is in the form of 2q plus 1. So this, hopefully you got the question that
Yeah. I got it.
even,
Yeah.
even numbers are two times some number, and odd numbers would
Yeah.
be plus 1.
2 times plus 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 2n and 2n plus 1. So this basic we already know. So using
Yeah.
Euclid's algorithm, how do we prove that? It's very easy thing.
So,
So it is divisible by, it's in the form of 2q and 2q plus
mm,
1. So suppose we take b as 2. So what can, sorry, this is r. What can be remainder now? If b is 2, what can be remainder? Remainder can be anything between 0
yeah.
and 2. It can
Yeah.
be 0 and it can be 1. Can it be 2?
No.
No. This is very crucial. It cannot be 2 exactly. So can we write any number as 2q plus 0, taking with the first part.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is this?
A is equal to 2q.
2q. So this is already provided that q is some integer.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we safely conclude that this is an even number?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is even number. Now,
Hmm.
what is the second part of that? 2q plus 1, taking this.
1.
Now, if 2q is an even number, that we have already proved in the first part here. So
Yeah.
would just adding 1 to the 2q,
Hmm.
that would be an odd number automatically.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the consecutive number basically. Consecutive.
Yeah.
So it automatically becomes the odd
Odd.
number. And of course, we are taking positive integers here. So
Hmm.
2q is an integer, even integer here, and
Yeah. 2q plus 1 is odd.
2q is any positive odd integer is in the form of 2q plus 1. This is the gist of
Okay.
um, this, the method of
Okay.
finding the properties.
Okay.
Okay, so shall we quickly
Yeah.
do the second example? We'll wind
Yeah.
it up. Just try to read once.
Hmm. The third one?
Yeah, third example.
Okay. So that any positive odd integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3, where q is some integer.
Hmm.
Okay.
So now one thing is clearly visible. We should have this 4q means we should have b as 4. Is it very? It is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
still clear. Now what can be r?
Yeah.
R can be
R can be between 0 and 4. 0 and, yeah,
0
but not
and
4.
yeah. So
0,
what?
1, 2,
1, 2,
2, 3.
3, 4.
No.
No. So first number would be, what would be the first number? 4q.
Yeah.
Okay. So 4q. Second number would be
4q plus 1.
4q plus 1. Third would be
4q plus 2. 4q plus 3.
now we have this 4q and q is an integer. So is it a even number?
Yeah.
So this is an even number.
Hmm.
This is clear.
Yeah.
What is just one number more than an even number?
Odd number.
So this becomes odd number.
Okay.
Now we some little bit of maths here. 2q plus 4q plus 2. So 2 2q plus 1. Now if I
Yeah.
have q as suppose taking any integer value 2, so will 2 into 2 plus 1 that be accepted
Yeah.
and can be written in some other integer 2m?
Yeah.
So that is absolutely fine with you.
Yeah.
So we can write m is 2q plus 1. So this is integer, any multiple of another integer that we have written in some other form. We don't have any issues with.
Okay.
That is again an, this is even number.
Yeah.
Okay. Now again the
Okay.
same
So
thing.
why
Yes.
can't we just prove that 4q plus 2 is an even number because it's one more than 4q plus 1?
Yeah,
So consecutive answer.
that's quite possible. But in questions where we have more than, like, you'll get a question, another question. So in that we need to use this
Oh, okay.
taking common.
Okay.
So I'm just giving you basic practice here.
Okay.
That's quite possible. Now this already is an odd number consecutive to the
Yeah. Even.
even number. So which are odd? See, we had
Okay.
4 possibilities: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out of that, 2 are
Yeah.
even and 2
Even
are
2 are odd.
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 So what are that? What are that? Basically, 4q plus 1
Odd. Odd.
is odd, and 4q plus 3
Q plus
is
3. Odd.
so.
Yeah.
These are the basic forms that are odd. any odd integer is in the form of 4q plus 1 and or 4q plus 3. Is it clear till now?
Yeah.
Okay. Any doubt in this? Any step?
I think that 4Q plus 2 on the 2n1 thing. There I will.
4q plus 2. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are. This is correct actually. We are four possibilities only. If we are having b as 4, then obviously we have three options left and total four numbers, four
Yeah.
consecutive numbers we can write. So we written first
Yeah.
as 4q, second as 4q plus 1. We already proved this 4q and 4q as plus 1 as even and odd, and they are
Yeah.
consecutive. Next obviously would be even. That is true.
Even. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we can simply prove not taking that
Yeah.
consecutive
This
theory.
method. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we do is we do
Other
even
issues.
number we know. How do we prove? Take two common. That's all.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is basically another integer number.
Yeah.
So another integer will change a name because we cannot take again q because q is taken already.
Yeah. Okay.
Write as 2m. That's all. So
Okay.
two
Got it.
times an integer is even number.
Yeah.
Yes. And next obviously would be,
Odd.
and in this they have directly written 4q plus 2 is both are divisible by 2. So they are
Okay.
automatically
Yeah.
assuming all the steps that odd integers in
Yeah.
the form of.
Okay.
Okay. So we discussed in this class about Euclid's division lemma. This is the basic division.
Mm.
And we discussed two applications. One is finding the HCF and another finding the properties of
Okay.
numbers. And we did some 5-6 questions.
Mm.
And you can try solving other parts, especially second question, fourth question,
Okay.
and fifth question. In the fifth question, you may have any doubt, but still you can try. Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully the first exercise would be quite clear with you. Is it fine?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So any doubt for today's class or any other
Uh.
general?
No.
No? So we'll what the general trend would be. What we'll try to achieve is one exercise per class. In some
Okay.
cases we might not be, but of course this was the first class and I had to revise for every
Yeah.
first class of any chapter. We need to revise 10-15 minutes,
Mm.
so that
Yeah.
makes our basics strong and we get into the flow. And
Okay.
for like per exercise 1 hour would be pretty much enough. So next
Okay.
class would be starting with the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, and this again very simple concept that you already studied. Okay,
Okay.
so shall we
Yeah.
wind it up?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Pranay. Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.